All right, man. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is, man. So look, Drake fans are still delusional over Kendrick, and we're going to talk about it. I think this is very interesting that What's the Dirt has linked up with the quarter owls. That's what I call them. The court of owls. You know what I'm saying? If you get it, you know you know. So look, man. Let's get to it. Make sure you go subscribe to Torture Talk, the regular channel. And yeah, this is Torture Talk After Hours. All right. So let's get it, man. This comes courtesy of your boy, Yo EQTV. Shout out to him. Let's get it.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ. And up next, we have the biggest and loudest Drake stands calling out Kendrick Lamar fans and saying Kendrick Lamar didn't get the job done. And stands, what was the job exactly that you claim wasn't done? That beef wasn't about who could sell more, stream more, or put more butts in seats. Even though Kendrick Lamar has been dropping gems and breaking records habitually, including outstreaming Drake with half the catalog during that time, a crazy feat in itself, and still has the most streamed album of this year for a project that came out last year. And he also happens to still have Damn rounding out the top 5 in the most streamed albums on Spotify. And just to clarify some things for the cult of the Oviehoites, that battle was for the title of being named the best rapper out. But these stands have been putting together an expert showing of what not to do when goalposts moving. This almost seems like those workplace accident videos where buffoons are handing scissors sharp side first and walking through construction sites with no helmets. And it's very clear that some of them need their helmets, guys. But Kendrick.
And first of all, I want to say he be cooking in the beginning. I ain't gonna lie. I like his intros. Yeah, man, it's crazy to see this. It's crazy. Not gonna even lie. It's crazy to see. Crazy to see. Hold on real quick. Let's get this thing turned off. All right. It's crazy to see how this goes down like this. Like a lot of Drake fans, and I can't wait to hear what they got to say. I cannot wait to hear what they got to say. Because I'm telling y'all now, I know it's going to be a bunch of delusional takes and nobody knows what they're talking about. This is going to be a bunch of stupid shit. And I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. I promise y'all I can't stand it. But what happens when you put a bunch of delusional people in the same circle? You know what I'm saying? What happens? You know what I'm saying? We're going to find out.
Proved exactly what he set out to prove unequivocally that he's the best rapper out there. And Drake didn't have to disappear or stop selling tickets to prove that. And I've said this before, but if numbers are your end-all, be-all identity, then guess what? You don't have an identity. But calling out Kendrick Lamar fans is egregious. Every fan base has stands. And I definitely don't agree how stands handle a lot of things, whether they're on the right side or the wrong side of things. Debates are needed. Objective, critical thinking is necessary, but name-calling and racial slurs is out of bounds and really paints a picture of your character. But enough dilly-dallying. Let's jump into this video where we have the biggest and loudest Drake stands calling out Kendrick Lamar fans and saying Kendrick didn't get the job done. And again, please let me know what that job was supposed to be, because I'm pretty sure Kendrick Lamar was very successful in what he set out to do. And I do find it hilarious that after I cooked them the first time, all they did was just make them private and block me.
I think though they want this to be a Drake is not hip hop thing so bad, right?
They sound so defeated.
Right? And one thing we got to understand, whether we talking business or the streets, you've always had to watch what the fuck you say. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't just go to a neighborhood and say whatever the fuck I want out of my mouth.
The fact that they know this and still say the things that they do.
Yo, this is insane, bro. I can't even. Listen. I can't even imagine being this obsessed with anything. I just can't. I can't. I can't imagine. I can't. This is insane. Like the level of delusion that these people display is insane. Like I guess delusion would be a part of insanity, but this is crazy. This is crazy.
Line, obviously because it's online and they're anonymous, just makes their actions that much more egregious, guys.
Like people got to understand free speech is a real thing, right?
But there's
what free speech
consequence.
comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever, bro. Call me whatever you want. And listen, and there's repercussions for that, right?
Delusional.
So this whole he's not hip hop thing, this is where we start to call the bullshit, because there have been lyrics in hip hop where niggas have talked about fucking kids and throwing them over the bridge. We never heard niggas speak out against it.
That's it.
Yo, this is crazy. Oh my God, bro. Oh man, we haven't been infiltrated. It's crazy. Okay, granted, bro. That is not good either. And people probably was outraged about it. I don't understand why you would use that as an example, as if people wouldn't be outraged by something like that. Yes, people are probably outraged by that. Yo, this is insane, bro. This is insane. I can't believe he used that as a talk. He could have used anything else, but he used that. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Hardcore stuff, and honestly, even in that genre, that's not really as accepted as this person claims it is.
There have been niggas that they hold to a high standard that has real allegations. We never heard niggas talk about it, right? What Kendrick Lamar did, and I fuck with K Dot, right? But what Kendrick did last year, that he used buzzwords, right? Culture. Niggas always want to feel a part of something. So the moment that he said culture was the moment that Drake lost that shit, because now niggas felt a part of something.
But the thing is, Kendrick Lamar didn't even create that narrative. At the end of the day, that's also been around for quite some time now. People have been saying that Drake is a culture vulture for a very long time. He's had that.
Well, my thing is, even if Kendrick Lamar did use the word culture, if Drake was a part of the culture, it wouldn't have had mattered, right? If obviously people really felt like Drake wasn't a part of the culture. He said, "I'm with the culture's feeling." So obviously people felt that way, because if Kendrick had said that about Jay-Z, "I'm with the culture's feeling," do you think people would have said that? You think people would have felt some type of way about it? So it ain't got nothing to do with being a buzzword. It's just the fact that people really felt like that. It wasn't that Kendrick just said this about any rapper. If Kendrick had said this about even, let's just use J. Cole as an example, it probably wouldn't have landed effectively, because most of the culture don't feel like J. Cole's a culture vulture, right? And he's half. He's mixed, right? So it would be different. But I think that people really feel like, since Drake is from the burbs, since Drake is he grew up with a Jewish mom, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lot different. So when we say I'm with the culture's feeling, you know what I'm saying? How many black features going until you had enough? Like, you know what I mean? Until you feel like you black enough? Like, bro, you gotta understand, this is a battle, bro. This is a battle. And a lot of y'all be pussies, man. A lot of y'all be punks. Most of y'all talking, I could tell y'all got a little bit of femininity inside y'all. Y'all got a bitch running around inside y'all. Like, for real. Like, y'all really do have a female running around inside of y'all. Like, for real. It's crazy.
Colonizer tag on him for a minute. So you can't blame K-Dot for that. At the end of the day, I do believe Drake has been rewarded for putting out mediocrity for quite some time now. That is true, though. People do want to feel a part of something.
These narratives,
community.
like, oh, well, you're a culture vulture. No, he's a businessman.
You can be a culture vulture and still a businessman. DJ Vlad is also.
Yo, these people are retarded, bro. They're so stupid. So you can't be a cult. Yo, literally the dude, what's his name? I can't remember his name. He went on the Breakfast Club, and he literally said he does this for money. And they said, don't you think, I think it's Steve Style. I think that's his name. I'm not sure if that was his name. But people say, like, I think Charlamagne asked him, well, do you think people call you a culture vulture? Or you think? He said, listen, we in the business of making money. So if you say he a culture vulture, be a businessman, yeah, he's a businessman, and he could be a culture vulture too. I don't understand why that would be exclusive. Actually, culture vultures would be businessmen. They would be. Most culture vultures are businessmen. How else would they be a culture vulture? You know what I mean? They would just be, you telling me that a culture vulture could just be just a regular guy? No, They have to figure out ways to make money off of it. That's the whole definition of a culture vulture. Oh my God, bro. This is crazy.
Businessman, and the dude is a mega culture vulture.
Yeah, this is how music works. This is how you stay on the top. You collab with artists, right? So if
Of course.
he ran to the South, but all the Southern artists say, nah, we fuck with Drake, right? Like it's all about narratives, right? And my last point is this: you got niggas that like Screwface that are doing diss records, Jalopy. You got niggas like him talking about a media blackout. How can you black out a album when you can't even black out the artist yet? We've not heard you niggas go a day without talking about the nigga yet. And this is how you.
We could say the same thing about y'all with Kendrick though. Y'all got a whole a club dedicated to talking about this shit and talking about what Kendrick did to Drake. Like y'all really have a whole club of this. I don't see Jalopy having a club. I don't see Screwface having a club. And the only reason why, let's be clear here. The only reason why Screwface did that is because he was put in the lawsuit. You forgot to say that. So it ain't like, oh shit, Screwface is just dissing Drake. No. He was put in the lawsuit. And Jalopy had a reason because it basically was a bet. You know what I'm saying? He had a reason. So it ain't like whatever. And it's in Jalopy's right to call for a media blackout. It is right. So you say, how could you black out the album but not black out the artist? He never asked for the artist to be blacked out. He asked for the album to be blacked out. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, in media, guys, whether it's online or whether it's print media, you don't not report on the things because you don't agree with the actions. That's probably an even bigger reason to report it. Yeah, because it's so egregious. So I can't agree with the dude there.
You know, stands, right? Because fans are cool. Stands is where it gets weird.
I agree as
Right,
well.
but
This particular guy talking, he may be more objective than all these guys. We've all seen it firsthand. This is probably one of the most toxic, abrasive group of stands we have seen.
Well, that's how you know there's Kendrick fans and there's K-bots. K-bots are not
Right, there's
Kendrick fans.
right,
They're
that's
just Drake
right.
haters.
But this is how you know that they're not
If you think critically, now you're a bot, guys.
satisfied, right? Because when Drake beat Meek Mill, niggas was all cool. We was cool, right? Niggas didn't antagonize Meek Mill for real. Like, niggas did.
Meek Mill still hasn't recovered from that. So I don't know what this guy's talking about there. And a lot of the things that Drake was claiming that UMG did for Kendrick Lamar are definitely things that many people have claimed Drake of being guilty of. Even UMG went in their opening statements and clearly stated that Drake has done those tactics that he's accusing them of in his own petty beefs. Those are their words.
Little memes and
Yeah, I didn't understand that. They literally said that. They literally said that Drake been using these same tactics. And y'all know this. Again, willful ignorance. This is what these people are. They don't want to actually talk about. And you know the crazy thing is, they'll create spaces and they call them echo chambers, right? Where people create these spaces and they just basically talk to each other about certain things, but they don't want to get in. They don't want nobody to get in there and actually say, well, nah, bro, let's look at this logically. They don't want to do that because they want to soothe they're all in there rubbing each other's backs. All of them. They just rubbing it'll be all right, bro. Rubbing each other's backs. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing is just back rubbing. Everybody's back rubbing inside this group. They're all back rubbing.
that's what it was. These niggas are not satisfied because they couldn't get the job done. The nigga that you thought that you smoked last year is still the #1 stream. Niggas are still waiting on his album. And whether they react to it or not, the album's going to sell.
Their fans may be highly anticipating this.
That's all y'all care about, bro. Everything he said had nothing to do with how good the music is. Everything. All Drake fans, I swear to God, all Drake fans, all y'all care about is validation. That's it. Y'all just want Drake to be #1, even if he has the most mediocrity music, just the most meteor music. You know what I'm saying? Meteor Man. That's what we call a meteor man around these parts. I don't understand it, bro. He could have the worst album. And because it sells, y'all are okay with it. Because y'all look at it like, he's still the most streamed artist. Like, bro, obviously Drake's old work is going to stream. But let's talk about his new work. Because if y'all going to say he's still the most streamed artist, y'all only using that talking point because of his old work. But y'all don't want to talk about his new work. And it's always a thing where we can offset it. We can say, okay, Kendrick does He's the accolade guy and Drake is the streaming guy, right? We could say that. We could say that. But y'all don't even want to do that. What'd he say? What'd he say? Oh, he didn't get the job done. What was he supposed to do? He beat Drake, and that's it. That's it. Drake is not the same. I don't care how y'all try to color it. He's not. Because if he was, y'all wouldn't be making these groups. If Drake was the same, would y'all have this group talking about how he lost a battle? No, y'all wouldn't. So he's not the same.
But we can't deny the fact that that Iceman rollout has to be one of the most fumbled rollouts ever. The idea in theory is really dope, but it has had such poor execution, guys, to where even the hardcore fans are saying, what is this? Just drop the album already. And Kendrick's goal, like I said in the intro, was never to be the most streamed, even though for a good chunk of that time, he was able to outstream him. And given the fact that he has like less than half the music that Drake does, is an incredible accomplishment. I don't think anyone expected Drake to just fall off the face of the earth or just stop streaming. That was never going to be the case. He was going to have people come to his shows. The guy obviously has a huge fan base. This whole battle was about who is the better rapper, whether it was Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar. They have all been vying for that title. That's what this was all about. These people, again, are just moving the goalposts.
You got July talking about he's not going to react. We haven't seen that nigga react to an album yet. Chance the Rapper just dropped some fire. We didn't see him react to JID.
Bro, no. He's never reacted to anything
You mean Jid?
besides Drake. We only know him for bashing Drake, so that don't even make sense in itself. He's saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna talk about Drake." Nigga, who are you? You ain't nobody. You wasn't here before this.
Mind you, these are...
It's crazy how, again, it feeds into what I'm saying about the narrative about them seeking validation. You're asking a man who he is when you know who he is. So you're looking to see if everybody else knows him. Again, this is the point I'll be making about y'all. Y'all only care about validation. Y'all don't care about nothing else. You literally are asking, you're literally out your mouth asking, who is this guy when you know who the guy is? Like, again, you're saying that in the context of everybody's got to pile on. But like, yeah, who is, I don't know who he is. Who is he? You know who he is. You know who he is.
People that hide behind some anonymous avatar.
We only know you because you just do a whole bunch of Drake trolls. So if you ain't gonna troll Drake, guess what? Nobody fucking knows you, gang.
Yeah, and that comment made no sense. You definitely need to go see somebody about what you just said. Because that make no sense. You said nobody knows you. The only reason why they know you. Nobody knows you. The only reason why they know you. Nobody knows you. The only reason why they know you. Don't you see how that's kind of like confusing? Like, what are you saying? This is crazy, man.
I figure out, like, bro, who the fuck is a jalopy, bro? Like,
it's just like a sandwich.
Bro, nigga, I literally like no.
Jalopy, like a whip.
It's the funniest part because I was like, who is this nigga, bro? I've never seen him before, and he got the most to say. So I did my little research. I love research.
And I truly don't think anyone should have that right taken away. But again, words have consequences. So if you're going out crashing out every other week, expect people to check you, especially when people feel so strongly about something.
Reddit, all that shit, my nigga. If you go type his name on fucking Reddit, he used to run a Drake stan page. He used to talk about anime and Drake.
And the fact that these people think that you have to hate somebody to be objective just shows you how lost they are. Again, this is a very lost flock. Just because you don't agree.
Hey, what if he changed his mind? He probably changed his mind. He can't change his mind. What if he found out, hey, this guy ain't who I thought he was? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. I don't understand how people act as if everybody's got to be. Listen, bro. People change their mind all the time, bro. Hey, I'm just being honest. That's what it is. People change their mind. You gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it.
Somebody's actions as of late doesn't mean that you didn't like the guy's music. Obviously, Drake has been pushing units for a very long time, and that's just being objective. You can put all the money you want behind an artist, but if the public isn't gravitating towards it, if they're not fucking with it, guess what? It's money flushed down the drain. Just like the attorney's fees for that UMG case are now the appeal. So this dude is making some sense, but I don't think he realizes that he's arguing for the other side.
Battle started. He deleted all his videos about Drake. He still got some anime videos there, and then all his hip hop videos start 2024. Where
you can change your mind.
I'm like, bro, you're so fraud. It don't even make sense, gang. Like he was there. He was making videos when the whole fucking ghostwriting shit. He was like, ain't no goddamn way Drake is the GOAT. Drake ain't nobody right for Drake. But he saw.
But you know it's so crazy how these dudes would say this about Jalopy. And this is why I said most of you dudes are frauds. Y'all say this about Jalopy, right? But then academics literally said that Kendrick is better than Drake. I don't see y'all doing. I'm actually gonna do a video about that. All of y'all are frauds, bro. For you to get on here and talk about Jalopy, but then turn around and not talk about how academics literally said that Kendrick was better than Drake. There's video of academics saying this. He has more classes than Drake. He's better than Drake. But I don't see y'all saying anything about that. That's the crazy part. Let's keep it going.
He saw the opportunity to talk shit about him, and he changed up and deleted all his positive Drake videos. Niggas are fraud, gang.
If I had something like that up, I would have just left it up. It just conveys that you're being objective. But absolutely no one could defend the actions over the past year and a half on this dude because they've all been sloppy.
Screwface react to the Heart Part 6. Like I still don't, to this day, I don't know.
The Heart Part 6 was hard.
At the end of the Screwface video, he was like, "Oh, Kendrick, you
The literal white flag.
on the clock, Drake. This is what we needed. Drake is doing his thing. Fucking Kendrick, you got to respond." And now Kendrick ain't got to respond. Actually, I decided these niggas is so weird, gang.
Yeah.
He talking about he don't even have no respect for Drake now. Like, bro, we got you in 4K, bro.
Got you in 4K.
And it's wild how they don't understand evolution and growth. You could have had respect for somebody before, but guess what? If they do something wild or out of pocket, it's okay to not have respect for them anymore.
Well, the reason why, and we're going to end this here. The reason why they're like that is because that's how Drake is. Drake doesn't do anything. He hasn't evolved. So all of these people have the same type of mind state he has. They all have the same mind state. Drake is going to stay where he's at, and they're going to stay where they're at. So it is what it is, man. But either way, man, like I said, man, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to cover that real quick. I'll be back with some more videos. Love y'all. I'll see y'all. Peace. Bye.